Hello, my friends. It's Rob here, Rob Hourmont from robshealthcrunch.com. I'm outside in London making a video in the winter. How about that? Anyway, it's warm enough to do so, just about, and I've recovered from my little bit of a chest cold. Anyway, so I want to talk about an interesting subject, which I like to call food lies. It's been said very, very often. I'm sorry about some background noise. Somebody's drilling back there, and I can't help that. But I'll try to speak up louder so you can hear me. People, a lot of people, many people who know very little about food and health go around saying there is no such thing as bad foods. You can eat everything in moderation. That is the biggest food lie that has ever been told by everyone. And that goes mostly for inexperienced, untrained, gullible, unknowledgeable fitness trainers and personal trainers in gyms. That's right. One guy from Holland, Dennis de Vie, I think his name was, in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, I met him in a coffee shop. And he is a personal trainer and a Muay Thai trainer, whatever. So am I, by the way. And I'm a keto expert and nutritionist, as well as a writer and blogger and YouTuber and so on and so forth, and digital marketer. He said to me, there are no bad foods. I'm like, what? He's younger than me, so he's like, I don't know, 35, 36, 37, something like that. So it's easy when you're young and if you're training all the time to keep a relatively strong, healthy looking body. But just because your body looks okay does not mean that your insides are okay. It means organs and guts and everything else, okay? That's the bottom line. Now, it's just the biggest load of rubbish to say there are no bad foods. I mean, if you hear someone say that to you, run away, because then know that person has no clue whatsoever about what they are talking about, and you're getting sucked in to their bullshit just so they can milk you dry and sell their program to you, meaning their coaching program, their training program, their food program, whatever that may be. Because you get a lot of so-called fitness trainers and personal trainers who actually pretend to be nutritionists too, and then sell you along with their training program, which they want you to do as often as possible per week, maybe 5, 6, 7 times even, which is also extremely unhealthy. They then want to give you a food plan, meal plan for the week, okay, or for the month, whatever. And that would include everything. That'll include carbohydrates, that'll include sugars, that'll include desserts, that'll include whatever they want. They're just kind of like mix it together as they do, but they've got no clue because they are not qualified to do so. Understand? So no, there are bad foods. There are toxic foods. The most toxic foods I'm going to list for you now. These foods should be banned completely. The following: seed oils. That's coconut. That's sunflower oil, palm oil, soy oil, and canola oil. Those 4 are the worst ever. Highly processed, contain chemicals, toxic oils, and they burn, oxidize at very low temperatures, such as 30 degrees Celsius, 35, right? But they are used for high temperature cooking, such as deep frying and more, which is like 450 or something like that Celsius. It's madness. So all foods that you are cooking in those classic cooking oils at home or in restaurants is burnt. You may not taste it, doesn't look like it, but they're burnt because why? The oil is burnt. So you're eating burnt food and you're killing yourself. You're causing cancer because burnt food is carcinogenic. You know that. You know that you're not supposed to eat anything burnt. That's what we're taught when we're younger. So if you see something is burnt, you know it tastes like shit anyway. You're not going to eat it, logically. But you are eating this food because they mask it. They add flavorings and colorings and so on that you don't taste the burntness. Okay, so those are the 4 most toxic things you have to remove from your diet completely. Then there's sugar. Sugar, yeah, that's right. Sugar is a disgrace and should be banned. Sugar is classified as a food when it's actually a drug. It's addictive. It's more so addictive than cocaine and heroin together because it wires the whole brain like crazy and just puts you on fire and makes you want to have more. And that is the problem. When you have something sugary, be that a croissant, be that a donut, be that a cake, be that a cookie, be that chocolate, you want more and more and more. Why? You know that. You've experienced it yourself, right? If you eat that shit, you just want more of it because it's like yummy, yummy, yummy. I want more, mummy, mummy, mummy. And that's why parents like myself, I used to when I had young kids, we give our children goodies, chocolates and candies to shut them up, to tranquilize them. Well, it doesn't really tranquilize them, does it? It makes them run around and spin around and have fun and go crazy because they're wired. Boom, boom, they're on fire because of the sugar, right? And is that healthy? No, it's terrible. It's one of the worst things that society, humanity has done and allowed for children to be calmed down, let's say, if they're crying or being annoying, by giving them candy. That should be forbidden. Boom. Sugar should be banned entirely because it's completely toxic. It makes you sick. It makes you fat. It gives you all kinds of ailments, diseases, and whatnot. And it also causes cancer. Okay, let's just be very, very clear about that. And then there is the next thing on the list. I'm sorry if you're hearing the drilling here, but I can't help it. I decided to make this video outside in the cold rather than in the room. I'll be leaving here tomorrow, by the way. That's done now. Grains. Wheat, barley, corn, rice even. Everything made from grains is sugar. Because once grains, wheat in particular, well, everything, are milled, like pasta, rice, bread, baguette, croissant, pizzas, burger buns, all of that stuff that's made from white flour is highly full of carbohydrates. And then carbohydrates from that highly processed food, which is the flour, the white flour, or brown flour, it doesn't matter whichever flour, as long as it's grains, it's terrible for you, turns into glucose, sugar in your bloodstream, which is then pushed out of your bloodstream by your insulin, which has to be pumped out by your pancreas, and that causes insulin overproduction and can lead to insulin resistance, meaning in time your pancreas will break down and you will become insulin resistant, meaning you become type 2 diabetic. Boom. And you are fucked. Okay? That's the bottom line. Type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and obesity cause premature death. Remember that. And this is no joke. Type 2 diabetes is completely removable, completely fixable, and it's no problem to do so. You just have to stop eating all the junk food and sugar and everything else and eat healthy, real food. Okay? And that is meat, fish, seafood, eggs, animal fats, and a few other things. You can find the list on my website, www.robshealthcrunch.com, where I have a complete food guide on the site. I also have a food book called the Easy Keto Carnivore Food Guide. Buy that book. It's in the description here. That explains everything about real food and where to cook, buy it, prepare it, and how to cook it easily, with great recipes too, and videos included as well. So that's it. That's the bottom line, guys. There is no such thing as bad foods. Bullshit. 95% of the foods sold in supermarkets and restaurants are bad foods. They are fake foods. They are highly processed foods. They are toxic. They are full of chemicals. They're full of nasty shit, including corn fructose syrup, which is highly disgusting because it's even more sugar in it and processed than regular sugar. And they add that to everything too. And they add the seed oils to everything too. Look at the ingredients everywhere. You'll find seed oils in everything that's packaged and processed. Everything. To add flavor, to add colorings and so on. And sugar is added too. Okay? Remember that. Right. Yes, I'm right. And whoever says to you that there is no such thing as bad foods, just eat everything in moderation, tell them to go back to school or contact me. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. robshealthcrunch.com.
Thanks for watching Rob's Health Crunch. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel. There is more great content on the way from me about Cambodia, health, fitness, wellness, real healthy food, and great lifestyle habits. Don't forget to enable notifications so you'll know when the latest video is posted. Until then, here's some other great content I think you will enjoy.